This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-HOLES.
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-HOLES, 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 MMA-HOLES. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-HOLES, 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 MMA-HOLES.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, Fight Week, 2 events, a fight night, and a tough finale. We'll be talking about that. Chuck Liddell gets knocked the fuck out by Tito Ortiz. Oscar De La Hoya is missing. And the MMA news with the MMA. Wonderful. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Just wanted to do that real quick. A little tease, right?
Guys.
Little tease.
Guess
Little
what
cock tease.
I got today?
What'd you get?
What did I get today?
What did you get?
Penguins! I
What?
got penguins on my feet. I have penguins on my feet. Penguins on my feet. I have penguins on my feet.
Jesse has penguins on her feet, in case you didn't know that. Welcome to the show, friends. I hope everyone is wonderful.
Wonderful.
A lot of stuff to talk about within an hour. We also have the Save the Show over there. We're going to fly through the show tonight and have a lot of fun. Happy Monday to everybody in that chat room, because this weekend we had multiple events. We had to get up really early. We almost missed UFC China,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let's tell that story real quick.
So the alarm went off at 5 a.m., which is what we were supposed to. No, we were supposed to get up at 5:30. There were 2 alarms.
Yeah.
Mine was 5. His was 5:30. 5 a.m. alarm goes off. I turn it off. And I'm like, fuck it. I could sleep in until 5:30 and still get ready in time. So I figured I'd sleep in until the next alarm. 5:30 alarm never went off. 6:40 a.m. rolls around. We're supposed to be live at 6:30. And I had this gut feeling when I was like half asleep. I look at my phone, it says 6:40, and I was like, Chris! And he's like, ugh. And I'm like, it's 6:40, and he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And he just leaps out of bed. Next thing you know, we're getting ready within 5 minutes and jumping on air.
Completely unprofessional, but we pulled it off. We actually went live for the first fight. We have Real jumping in.
Then stop disagreeing, Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo.
Welcome Tucker Baker to the MMA-HOLES.
Tucker.
We united trolling Kimura Usman on IG. Him and I recognize low IQ losers like Usman. James Lynch is the A side. Robin Black is the A side. JBH is the A+ side. Mose is the very short side.
I'm the A+ side.
Listen, it's all good, because inside my head, I'm a goddamn celebrity, and that's all that matters. Thank you, Real, for the wonderful donation. We are the A side, the MMA Holes over here, and we were live on the MMA Holes Hour. And yes, we almost missed this fight over here, but we didn't. We didn't miss the fight. We actually got through it. So we're going to look at this card, and we're going to look at Chuck Tito, one bad coming in.
Here's $2. Please don't pimp out JBH this month, Mose.
Don't pimp me out this month.
That's very generous from one bad. I mean, living with welfare, his food stamp check, and he put it towards the MMA Holes. In fact, that brings a little tear to my eye. When you donate your food stamps in our direction, I don't know how to thank you for that. That $2 could have put food in your mouth, and you decided to give it to me? Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's a sad day, but thank you. Thank you, one bad. You are very generous, and you are
Wonderful.
All right, stop being a dick. All right, here we go. Let's move on over here. This happened this weekend. This was the second of the events that we did. It was Chuck versus Tito Ortiz, the third fight, not a trilogy, right? Because Tito lost twice, and it's not really a rubber match. I guess it is a trilogy, but I don't know. Anyway, it was a third fight that should have never happened. I do not understand this whole experience, right? We watched the event. It was okay, but we're not going to kill it too much for being its first MMA event. But to see this happen, to see Tito Ortiz, to see one bet, $4? Wow.
Here is $2 for diapers also.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Jesse, he could have got a couple of Snickers bars, but instead, he decided
diapers.
to donate. Diapers are more money. All right, so here we go. Tito Ortiz knocks out Chuck Liddell in the first round. Chuck Liddell walking into this cage looked like shit on the way to the cage. We were laughing like, whoa, hold on. Is Chuck doing his old man limp into the cage? Like, what's going on here? As soon as he started walking out, he was a dead man walking. It didn't make any sense. Now, when we were watching the training videos, we're like, is he playing possum or does he look like complete shit?
Yeah.
And the best part is Michael Bisping's like, yeah, I think he looked pretty good in training. What the fuck? Michael Bisping knows way more than me. How does a dopey fucking MMA hole know that this man does not belong in a fucking cage? But guys like Michael Bisping's like, yeah, we look pretty good training. What the fuck? Tito Ortiz gets a layup and then redemption.
It's all those strikes to Bisping's head that made him a little.
There were, what's funny? I was looking at polls, not like skin polls. But I was looking at polls all over the internet, and it was virtually split. People thought that Chuck Liddell was going to knock him out again. This is not the Chuck Liddell of old. This is the old Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
The old version of Chuck Liddell.
I got it.
It was so painful to watch. In fact, I want De La Hoya to prevail, but he didn't even fucking show up to the event. He didn't even show up. How does the promoter not even show up to the event? Now, I know Dana White doesn't show up to all the events, but De La Hoya's first ever MMA event, he's a no-show. Missing.
Super chat.
Was it the cocaine? One bed.
How much dollar would it take for you to quit the show, Chris?
Good question.
Let's see.
Question to
that's
ask.
still by the way, that's $6 altogether. Thank you for the donation, but it's not enough for diapers. Can you look up diapers for a second so we can get one bid?
Are we gonna get Pampers?
Well, we want the good stuff, for
I think
our kid.
Pampers are the good things, right?
Yeah, we're the best MMA show on YouTube. So look up the highest priced diapers. I mean, if you're gonna buy us diapers, do it right? We don't want the kids shitting and pissing all over the place. Thank you, one bid. To quit the show, nothing. There is no price on the MMA holes.
It's about $25.
All right, you got a ways to go, buddy.
Pack of Pampers Swaddlers.
Thank you, one bed. Appreciate it. All right. So, Jesse.
Yeah.
A lot of things here. This fight happens. It's sanctioned, right? Oscar De La Hoya is not there. What do we take from this? First of all, Chuck Liddell, please, for the love of God. And Tito Ortiz is like, well, we can get him another fight if he still wants to fight. We'll get someone that, is more, in his range. No, he should never fight again. The guy's a legend. And now people are going to remember him for this? And out of all people, Tito Ortiz to get his redemption? Oh, what a bad taste. It left in my MMA hole, Jesse. What a bad taste. In fact, I can do without ever seeing another Oscar De La Hoya promotion. It sunk into my head. I fell asleep. I was rolling around in bed. I don't want to see another one of these. I don't want to see it.
I concur.
I don't want to see it.
I was severely disappointed, not only with the fight itself and how it went down, but how Tito handled it. Oscar De La Hoya missing aside, just how Tito handled the entire thing. It was so disappointing to watch. It was just a pure disappointment. So he has every right to be proud for winning a fight, but that was not the way to do it.
It was the worst. Now, there were a bunch of nobodies on the way up. One guy, what was the dude that fought in the co-main event? The mini Cormier dude.
Oh,
what
yeah.
What's his name?
The little
Cormier.
Little
anyway,
Daniel Cormier.
He got the win, right? And he's interesting to watch, but he's 5'7" and fights at 205. There's no way this guy would ever do anything in the UFC. There's no way.
Well, Cormier did.
5'7".
Well, no, but
at
I'm saying
205. Cormier is 5'11". Okay, he's 5'11", and he's fighting with the big heavyweights right
Super
now.
chat.
It's almost apples and oranges.
RDA v Colby PPV main event. Usman v RDA free TV.
Yeah, isn't that crazy, by the way? Usman and RDA, which is a fight that's happening on Friday night, and it's a good card. We're going to talk about that card. It's a really good fight, and it's an interesting fight, and it could be the catapult for Usman to get that title shot, because Tyron Woodley says after he fights Colby Covington, which is going to happen, it looks like it's a done deal next year. Tyron Woodley says he wants to fight the younger version of himself, which is Kamaru Usman. Say what you will about Kamaru Usman, but the guy has not lost since like 2013. All right? The guy is ridiculously good. He may bore you, but he does not fucking lose. Him versus Tyron Woodley is fascinating to me. It's a fascinating fight. It may be boring, but it's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
And I said that Kamaru Usman is going to be champion. He will be champion. Listen, the ride is over. It's over.
Yeah.
MAGA. No more. Because once Tyron Woodley steps in the cage with his boy over there, America's not going to be great again. In fact, the streak is over. And Tyron Woodley will remain champion. But Kamaru Usman will take his belt. That is my prediction right over there. You could lock that shit up.
Super chat.
Real.
Easy to not lose when you fight cans.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Kamaru Usman will dethrone Tyron Woodley. Colby Covington is not the guy to do it. Now, for the show, I would love Colby Covington to do it, because if Colby Covington sat up there with the belt, the only person holding that belt, it would be fantastic for ratings, for us.
Yeah.
If I was a selfish MMA hole, I would say, yes, Colby Covington is the GOAT. He's going to sit up there and rule the world at 170. But I'm being realistic. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Kamaru Usman will be champion, and people will be bitching and complaining about Kamaru Usman like they were bitching and complaining about Tyron Woodley until Tyron Woodley stops the hype train and Darren Till. Now people are like, whoa, maybe Tyron Woodley's not that bad. Now maybe I'm going to suck his cock a little bit now. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little too far, Jesse.
I think it's a little
Maybe
bit
they're not
too
going to suck
hard.
his cock. All right. Anyway,
Wonderful.
so I want to know this before we get into that next card. Do you want to see another Golden Boy promotion? Because honestly, this was a mess. To end like this, it's funny. The card peaked, right? When Tito Ortiz started to walk in, I was like, oh, I'm into this. This is cool. Tito was doing his bouncing around. It kind of, felt good. As soon as Chuck Liddell started to walk out, I was like, what? Like, I felt like he was just going to walk with his walker real slow or just fucking wheel in like
You
fucking
should be a
Professor
mime.
X. Huh?
That's pretty good. You should be a mime.
Well, I'm close to that age, so, I know how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been practicing?
Yeah, I've been
Wonderful,
practicing.
wonderful.
But, I mean, that was it. As soon as we said it on air, like, wait, it looks like he can't even make it to the fucking cage.
Yeah.
We might as well watch Matt Hughes getting Chuck Liddell versus Matt Hughes. That's what I want to see. Jesse. The guy that got hit by a train and the guy that can't even make it to the fucking cage. Both guys, they should race to the cage. I want to see who would win in a race, Chuck Liddell or Matt Hughes. If they let them both walk into the cage together at the same time, who would get there first? Who?
Chuck Liddell.
Probably.
Wonderful.
I think that was uncalled for, right? I think that was I shouldn't have went there.
But you always hit under the belt, so
Yeah. All
you
right.
have a reputation for it.
Michael Angelone's palming his... What? What do you mean? I mean, I'd rather watch that fight. At least it'd be a more competitive fight than this. Than this shit. I might pick Matt Hughes in the fight. Anyway, let me know what you think in the chat. Jesse,
Yes.
you said you do not want to see another Oscar De La Hoya MMA event, correct?
No, I'm saying for Golden Boy Promotions, I'd like to see improvement for sure.
I want someone else to do it.
I don't want to see Chuck Liddell fighting again.
I want Floyd Mayweather to do it. I'd rather watch Floyd Mayweather run an MMA
You're
promotion.
kidding.
You can't
Yep.
stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
One bad. We're getting closer to diapers.
Dear Chris and Jesse, stop doing 3 to 4 MMA shows a week. You guys are really stretching too. Fill up the time with news stories that are worth talking about. My suggestion is to do more IRL streams or free discussion streams.
Thank you.
One bad.
I don't think that was really one bad. That was another one. I think that was one bad.
Wants to get his throat slit.
But I don't think that is the real one bad. So that we can't
anything relative to MMA is worth talking about.
Yeah, but that's not really one bad, Jesse. That was another one bad. So that one bad doesn't go towards the diaper fund. Right now the diaper fund's at $6.
Okay.
Right?
We need $25 to buy diapers, guys.
Hold on. I'll do this right now for one bad, okay? Here's the text. Where is it? All right. Okay.
Diaper fund. Just call it diaper fund.
Whoops.
ER.
DIAPERFUND. Okay. What are we at now, Jesse?
$6.
We're at $6. Okay. Here we go. We're at $6. Okay. We're just going to leave that. We're going to leave this over here. All right. So that's one bid. All right. One bid's up to $6. When he hits what? 20 what?
25.
$25 that he effectively pays
for a small pack of diapers.
For a small pack of diapers. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me help him out for a second here.
That's expensive. For a small pack of Pampers Swaddlers, that's expensive.
Well, one bed offered.
How many diapers does a baby go through in
Jesus Christ.
in a week?
Caps lock. Fuck you. Okay.
Oh, that's true, Drunk Savage. We need formula money, too. Once we hit the diaper fund, we'll do a formula fund.
Right. Here we go. There's the one bed diaper fund over there, okay? So every time he comes on, everyone can play along, all right? Everyone's going to play along with one bed. There we go. The diaper fund. All right, we're just going to leave that there for now. All right, so let's see what the chat has to say about Chuck and Tito. Do you want to see another Oscar De La Hoya promotion? And like I said before, I'd rather see Floyd Mayweather run an MMA promotion than Oscar De La Hoya do it. I never want to see De La Hoya do it again. I'm done. I am done. The fucking coked up weigh-ins. Then he doesn't even show up at the event. And by the way, I honestly believe he's in rehab. I honestly believe that De La Hoya didn't show up at the fight because motherfucker was missing. He was missing.
I think you're right. I think he might have fallen off. I don't know if he went straight to rehab. Like,
yeah,
nobody just falls off and is like, all right, take me to rehab the same fucking night. They don't do that. They just fall off, and like a day or two later, they decide to go to rehab. So maybe today he thought, let's go to rehab.
Oh, here we go. One bed's back.
No, y'all are using Dollar Tree diapers.
No, that's not true. Thank you, One Bed, for the donation.
I don't think
Here
the Dollar
we go.
Tree sells diapers.
No, we know because we buy diapers at Dollar Tree all the time. We try.
$8. Thanks, One Bed.
Okay,
almost
so
there.
We're getting closer, guys, to the One Bed diaper fund. I appreciate the donations. Thank you so much. Chat room, what do you say?
Chase Moose says Oscar went straight to his dealer to organize a coke party. Brian Rager Moss, hold it. Who are you saying was on cocaine? Wicked World says
Oscar.
He knew Chuck shouldn't be fighting. LOL says Kelly Van Hughes. Law of Attraction says don't feed infants. They won't shit. Less diapers. Joke Savage says Oscar ran when he saw the pay-per-view numbers. He knew he gonna owe people money. Isaiah Moore, Tito versus Jeff Monson next. Sean Hart, Oscar couldn't get on to his coke dealer. Chuck should have never fought Tito. What an embarrassment. This is how we will remember Chuck, says Ann H.
It's terrible. It really is. It leaves a terrible taste in my mouth.
Vito Garcia says Oscar was there, but they never showed him on the cameras. Isaiah Moore, Oscar's Hep C.
Is that a fact, though? Is that a fact?
I don't know. They would show him once, right? This is his first promotion.
I didn't see him there once, and even in the post-fight interviews, nowhere to be found. You would think Oscar De La Hoya would be there at least to address the media. You know, I understand Dana White doesn't always do it, but Dana White was there for UFC 1. I mean, this is fucking Golden Boy 1, whatever the fuck you want to call it. How is Oscar De La Hoya not there? I know. He's in fucking rehab.
Colby!
Here's Colby. Covington!
Colby Covington.
Most same guy that said McGregor beats Khabib, saying Usman future champ. Most has skinny man complex, impressed with Usman muscles yet doesn't understand Usman was gassing after throwing 25 punches versus Maya. Can't wait to hear the excuses. JBH wants Colby.
It's true. I'm all over that Colby Covington D.
When Kamaru Usman becomes champ, you remember this stream and you beg me You begged me to forgive you for that donation. Thank you. Real. By the way, speaking of Conor McGregor, he put on... He's been... This is the thing. His fucking Proper 12 shit. I understand you got to fucking make money,
Proper
but...
12.
Holy shit, he's going on and on. Actually, let's go check out our friends on Instagram. What the fuck's his name? Shit, I'm saying our friend. The guy that drops all the news. Good dude.
I do, Drunk Savage. I do have a cold. Thank you, 2 joints. Proper
Anyway.
12 and tea.
Fuck, what is his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway. All right, let's move on. But Conor McGregor said on his social media, he said that he'll be back in 2019 in the Octaring.
Did he really say Octaring?
He said the Octaring.
The Octaring.
Yes. All right.
Octaring.
So Conor McGregor says he'll be back 2019 in the Octaring. Will he be fighting in a cage? Will he be fighting
in the
ropes?
No,
Or
he's going to be
will
in the Octaring.
the ropes be the shape of an octagon because it's a UFC promoted boxing match, Jesse?
It's going to be a boxing ring, the boxing ring ropes in the shape of an octagon.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that the UFC is probably going to do something like that.
That'd be funny, right?
And it's not funny because it's probably going to be Khabib versus Conor in a boxing match.
Imagine the UFC like branches out to a new Octa ring promotion.
Oh, that's what they're going to do.
And they call it
100%.
the Octaring.
100%.
And like they start making big bucks off of and like putting together big fights in the Octaring.
I'm telling you right now.
That would make I'd buy it.
That is what they're going to do. When they start promoting boxing matches, it will be an octagon-shaped ring. And it's the only thing that makes sense, right? It's not going to be a square ring. It's going to be an octagon-shaped ring. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's going to be called the Octaring.
I guarantee it.
That's great.
I mean,
love
and Conor McGregor threw it on social media there. It scares me, though. Will the Nate Diaz trilogy be a boxing match? You know?
In the Octaring.
Ah, super
I don't know.
That's
Lots
great.
to talk about. Super chat. Adonis.
If Izzy beats Silva, will he beat Bobby for belt?
Man, I tell you what, Adesanya versus Silva. It sounds like at this point a layup fight for Adesanya, unfortunately. You know, Anderson the Spider Silva coming in at what? He's going to be 42, 43 years old.
Yeah.
Off the juice. You got to think that Adesanya is going to have a good time with this one. If he beats Anderson Silva, yes, I think he will be in contention. It doesn't matter with the rankings anymore. They were going to have him as a fill-in for the Knuckles versus Gastelum fight. They were going to have him already, so I think yes.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Real.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I agree with one bad. You guys should do more free discussion streams. Also change that horrid wall color.
No.
Both JBH and Chris have low IQ. They do not know how properly run a YouTube channel.
Oh, thanks.
They should average more than 150 viewers, but they have low IQ.
And also apparently low viewers.
Well, here's the thing. This is why we have a high...
This is not changing. This is not changing.
Listen, they don't control anything over here.
That's why I said this is not changing.
This is the deal. This is how this works. We're the boss, okay?
That's right.
Real, you just take a seat. You relax, you enjoy the show. Appreciate the donations, but stop it. Just stop it. The low IQ stuff, please. The intellectual strength of this show
Real says slander. That wasn't me.
is beyond everything. I don't know. Anyway, we don't know who anyone is
I know.
anymore.
Everyone's
So
just pretending.
it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. Let's just move on. All right, so here's the deal. I want to talk about the UFC fights this weekend. All right, Kamaru Usman versus Dos Anjos is the main event of the evening, and the card looks pretty damn good. Now, tough finales are notoriously long.
Yeah.
And my voice will probably be gone by Saturday night, and then I'm going to have to call in sick Sunday night. But there are 2 back-to-back fights this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and we will be doing fight reactions for it. I didn't watch any episodes of The Ultimate Fighter, so I really don't know much about the heavyweight guys at the co-main events, but we'll be watching along and seeing what these guys are about. Pedro Munoz versus Brian Caraway is on the card as well. We have Edmund Shapatan and Darren Stewart. And we have Antonia Shevchenko versus Ji Yeon Kim. How about that? Shevchenko looks like she's on the main card. Let's look over here. And yeah, how do they not have a picture of Shevchenko on the UFC website? That's a disservice. So it's going to be a 6-fight main card. It will be a long night. Every time the UFC throws together a tough finale, it ends at like 1:30 in the morning. It's crazy. So that will be free to the public. Super Chat's on fire. Real.
Just speaking of Usman lowers my IQ by 2 points.
Yeah. All right. Let me know in the chat, yes or no, does Usman have a low IQ? Yes or no? All right, let's talk about the other, and we're going to get to JBH's news. We're going to fly through the news. A lot to talk about on Monday. A lot to talk about. So hopefully someone saves the show within the last 5 minutes. Now, let's go to these events. UFC.com, I still can't fucking figure out, Jesse. And by the way, when you first go into UFC.com, the first thing you see is Super Fight.
Super Fight.
Cejudo versus TJ Dillashaw. Anyway, I'll complain about
like
that.
You're having an orgasm. Oh.
That was the reverse of an orgasm.
Cejudo versus Dillashaw.
No, that's not my orgasm. That is me slowly dying. Jesse, you're giving me an innie. All right, here we go. This is the fight on Saturday night. Santos versus TUIVASA.
That's a cool poster.
It's a cool fight. It's a cool fight. Yeah, I like this fight over here. Young versus old once again. Some trash talking between the two. I like it. And how about Mark Hunt with his retirement fight? I'm interested. I am interested. Super Chat. Jeremiah.
Just had first a shot of proper 12. Awful. Love all.
Jeremiah, you don't like it, huh?
Yeah, you'll grow a taste for it after about the 3rd or 4th shot.
The price is right. A proper 12.
Yeah.
Is it the best whiskey? No, but
it's
I've had way worse. It's not. What? What were you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
Go ahead.
No, there's nothing worse than two people trying to talk over each other and then one stops and then no one talks. So what are you gonna say?
Go ahead. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna start talking.
Nothing that I have to say is relevant, so it's fine.
Real.
I want to see Zabit versus Cejudo.
Zabit was supposed to fight. What's his face? Who was that little mongoloid at 125? Oh fuck! What is his name? I'm gonna think of it. That little fuckhead, the hard-headed. He was the guy was gonna step in for the Zabit fight, and I can't remember his name. You're probably not going to know, so I shouldn't look in your direction. There was a guy at flyweight that was going to step in on the Zabit fight. Help me in the chat.
What?
Help me in the chat. Huh?
When?
No, remember Zabit? He needed an opponent.
I know Zabit.
And what's his face filled in? Fuck. Anyway, let's move on. Actually, is the flyweight? Is it still here? Let me look. I'm gonna find it.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna find a guy's name.
Actually, yeah, it should be because they didn't.
Lineker. There we go.
John Lineker.
Thank you, Adonis. Thank you. I was gonna sit here. Thank you, Adonis.
Lineker.
Adonis has a high IQ. Thank you, Adonis. All right. Thank you. I didn't have to go. I couldn't remember the fucking guy's name for nothing. I mean, he's not gonna be on the roster, so why remember it, right? All right. That's terrible. So this card over here, Mark Hunt versus Justin Willis. Someone's going to sleep, not the fans. Shogun versus Tyson Pedro. Interesting. Jake Matthews versus Tony Martin. Not bad over there. And Jim Crute versus Paul Craig. Paul Craig is a badass. What does it have? The whole fucking card here? They don't have... Oh, it's the whole card. It doesn't show main or preliminaries. You got to love UFC.com. I guess it's going to be one long main card. What the fuck? The hell is going on here? Wilson Hayes. All right, so anyway, I kind of like the Friday night card a little bit better, but the 1-2 punch is not actually the top 4 are good fights.
Yeah,
it's not a bad 1-2 punch for free. So why not, right, Jesse?
Right.
Why not? All right, let's stop babbling. We got things to do, Jesse.
I'm not the one babbling.
We got things to do. We got 20 likes. 40.
20 likes.
I've got fucking
20 likes. 20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
Is the boxing fight this weekend? Fury versus Wilder.
That's
or is that next weekend? I saw someone say something about it, but I don't think it's this weekend. Man, that would be a lot of fucking fights.
December 1st.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. My head's going to explode. There's so many goddamn fights. So now we have Fury, Wilder, Dos Santos, TUIVASA. Then we have on Friday night RDA versus Usman. Oh my God. My head's going to explode. It is the first. Oh my God.
It's going to be so fun.
That is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff there, Jesse. That's a lot of stuff.
Why are you talking like you're from Boston?
It's a lot of stuff to watch, Jesse. Wow. So we're going to have the fight over here, right?
Yeah. And
Discord patrons, thank you. Shout out to the. By the way, shout out to the motherfucking patrons over there. The private Discord came through and got us that shitty fight that happened this weekend. So shout out to these motherfuckers for letting us watch this for free. If you want to get a hold of that, well, you become a patron and you'll find out more information. Shout out to the motherfuckers. All right, Jesse.
Yeah, see?
Are you ready?
The news is back. The news is back. The news is back.
Time to fap.
The news is back. The news is back.
Yeah.
The news is back.
Since we acting all confused.
Is what we need.
What Mark Ramondi's pussy bleeds.
Jesse with the 5 for 7 hype Fuka Friday. All them white nights. Ass tight. MMA-HOLES chat fights.
Everybody sing.
The news is back.
Time to fap. The news is back. Time to fap. The news is back.
The news is back.
MMA holes.
News is back. The
Wonderful,
news is
wonderful.
back. All
right, Jesse.
God damn it. I was almost done.
All right, let's see what we got in the. You're almost done fapping. All right, the MMAHoles.com where Jesse pulled the news. Let's see what we got going on here.
According to BJPenn.com, Tito Ortiz sends a message to Jon Jones following his KO victory over Chuck Liddell. Tito Ortiz was finally able to exact some revenge on longtime nemesis and fellow MMA legend Chuck Liddell on Saturday night in Los Angeles. After suffering stoppage losses in the first 2 encounters with the Iceman long ago at UFC 47 and UFC 66, Ortiz was able to get the better of Liddell 24 hours ago at the Forum in Inglewood.
Which one are we going to? Hold on. What am I on?
BJPenn.com.
This one here?
Tito Ortiz sends Chuck Liddell.
Oh, there's a lot of fucking stories on
sends
this.
Jon Jones. Scroll up.
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to get on this. We have to get on the same page. It's like
Jon
a
Jones?
game every time. I have to figure
Go
out.
up.
Oh fuck! You said Jon Jones. Oh, where am I going, Jesse?
All right.
Where do I
Scroll.
Where do I go? Was I on it?
Tito
Oh, here we go,
Ortiz
here we go,
sends a
all right.
message to Jon Jones.
It's
All
like a
right.
game every time. You just start reading the story. I'm like, all right, what am I clicking? All right, here. So Tito Ortiz said, okay, here we go.
Fighting
Okay.
under the Golden Boy MMA banner, Tito Ortiz looked superior to Chuck Liddell in every aspect of their trilogy. Ortiz stalked Liddell around the cage before eventually landing a right hand in the late stages of the opening round, which sent the Iceman crashing to the canvas. Shortly following his emphatic victory on Saturday night, Tito Ortiz announced his retirement from the sport to mixed martial arts. As for Chuck Liddell, the former UFC light heavyweight champ's future remains uncertain after the devastating setback. Had he proved victorious on Saturday night, Liddell has shown interest in a fight with current pound-for-pound great Jon Jones. Tito Ortiz made light of that earlier today. This is after he tweeted the following to Jon Jones. At Johnny Bones, I told you I would take care of your light work. Good luck on your next fight and kick ass. Hashtag UFC 232. Hashtag easy work.
Oh, super
Real classy. Another classy tweet, a Tito thing.
Everyone donates so these two can have a Christmas.
It's true. Thank you, One Bed. All right,
Oh,
so
thanks.
that gets us to $10 on the One Bed diaper fund.
All right.
All right, here we go.
15 more.
We're
on
so
that.
close to it. I cannot even believe this.
We're
One
going
Bed.
to have diapers.
I think One Bed's a man of his word. Look at that. Thank you, One Bed. Yeah, so Tito Ortiz is doing his normal classiness, right?
Yep. The former UFC light heavyweight kingpin Jon Jones is scheduled to rematch former division title challenger Alexander Gustafsson in next month's UFC 232 main event. Bones has not competed inside the cage since defeating Daniel Cormier by what we all know. The victory was later overturned to no contest. This is after he revealed that Jon Jones had flunked a USADA drug test. As for previous comments from Liddell, Jon Jones claims he will never again respond to a call-out from the Iceman following Saturday night's loss.
How about Jon Jones? Yeah, it's official. I'm never replying to Chuck
But
calling
I have
me
a
out
story
again.
on that.
Look at that. Oh, you have a story, so is that why you missed? You... All right, so go to that story.
Well, there's the tweet. Yeah, it's official. I'm never replying to Chuck calling me out again.
It was on the same story. That's why I pulled it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this. I mean, all right, so this is funny, right? Yeah, it's official. I'm never replying to Chuck calling me out again. Yeah, Chuck was saying that he wanted Jon Jones. Chuck had, he had some big things to say. A lot of things to back up over here. I don't think anyone was going to even entertain the fact that he was going to get into the cage with Jon Jones, but he was literally calling out Jon Jones in his interviews, right?
Right.
This happens, and Jon Jones does this tweet. So, okay, I get why Jon Jones did the tweet, but like, Tito, what are we doing here? He did his gravedigger after the fight, and I understand that, okay, he got his redemption, and I understand that that's his celebration, but it just looked so bad. The emphasis on his celebration after he knocked out a man that could barely even make it into the cage. Like, as Tito was doing his little bounce around thing and watching Chuck Liddell struggle to get it even into the cage, or Chuck Liddell, how slow he was, which Tito Ortiz did say he knows how slow he was. Like, wow, this guy's slow. And then celebrating like that, it just, I don't know. And then after everything was said and done, then he gave his respect to Chuck Liddell. They said, oh, everything was cool, blah, blah, blah. What is Chuck going to do? Chuck feels humiliated in the moment. What is he going to do? I just feel that this solidifies that Tito Ortiz is a piece of shit. And I don't give a fuck what he said at the post-fight press conference. He cried and was saying how he was going through an unhealthy marriage, and for 5 years he was all fucked up, and now he has this new love of his life. We've heard this song and dance a million times from Tito Ortiz. He's always finding new things and reinventing himself and finding himself. Tito Ortiz, you're a piece of shit. Like, seriously, you're not a likable guy.
Yeah.
You're not in any way. Just own up to it. Just be the villain. Be the bad guy. Stop trying to be the good guy because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it just comes down to that. At least we know Chael Sonnen is a shtick. Tito's not.
If I didn't like y'all, I wouldn't troll y'all.
Thank you, y'all. Here we go. One bad with another one. That goes to
Thank
12.
you, y'all.
I appreciate that. Look at that. We love One Bad too because we're going to get some diapers.
Look at
Here
that.
we go. The One Bad Diaper Fund is collecting. It's so much over here that's going over our logo, so we have to make it a little smaller. But look at that. One Bad is a man of his word with the $12. It's going to go towards the diaper fund. Thank you so much. 20 likes.
20 likes.
I've got
Fucking 20 likes. 20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
Now you hate Tito for what he said about Conor. What the fuck did he say? I don't even know. What did he say about Conor? I don't even know what he said about Conor. No, I don't like Tito Ortiz because he's a piece of shit. I'm a pretty good judge of character, I know the whole chat room is a bunch of pieces of shit, and I love it. That's why we have this here. This is the cringe chat, and we're all a bunch of assholes, including myself. I'm an asshole as well. A lot of people think I'm a piece of shit, and that's fine. I own up to it. Tito Ortiz has to own up to it, right? He's got to own up to it. It's ridiculous. I don't like these people that pretend they're the good guy and then act like the bad guy. No, you're the fucking bad guy. You're a piece of shit. For God's sakes. Tito Ortiz has stuck his foot in his mouth so many times. Enough's enough. I'm retiring. It's the end. I'm back. Let's beat up an old guy. Come on. And then he says he retired again. He's coming back. He's going to come back for something else.
Yeah.
Like, he came back, 4 times already? Like, how many more times does he have to come back? Tito Ortiz. It's a shame Jenna Jameson didn't give AIDS, It's a damn shame. Oh, Jesse. How dare you?
Guys.
All right, chat, what do you have to say?
Vito Garcia says, preach, Moss. Drunk Savage, say goodnight to the bad guys. Steve Johnson says, Drunk Savage, I'm sick of being robbed. T. Join says, Tito has been juiced dry by our nice Canadian girl, Jenna Jameson. Sean Hart, you said it backwards, Moss. Jay Smooth says, good, I hope so, to Juman. Jawar Lord. Thiago Silva, yes, the good old MMA holes unite once again, back at it, and not even giving a shit.
No fuck skip.
Patty Brady says, Tito likes Dana White toes. Ew.
He likes Dana White's toes?
Ew.
All right.
You know what I like on my toes?
What do you like on your toes, Jesse?
Penguins.
All right, Jesse.
Penguins on my toes.
You want to throw up? I walked into the living room the other day, right? And what do I see on TV? I see Jesse watching these two I don't know how old they were.
I didn't put
But-
them on
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You were still watching it, right?
because it was just on. You guys ever have something that just turns on, like if it's like the next
Can I explain
show
what it is?
and it just happens?
Yeah, it was
to
on
be
like an auto thing.
Yeah, it was
a
like
recommended
an auto
video.
play. So I was just like, fuck it.
It was like a pink background, and
No,
it was
it wasn't.
a
It was
young guy and a
outside.
young girl,
It was
right?
outside. It wasn't a pink background.
No, it was inside. It was a green screen with a pink background. Yes,
No, there was a backyard behind them,
that was a green screen.
but it wasn't a pink
Anyway,
background.
all right. So they were blindfolded and they were trying delicious treats. They were donuts with things on top. Like, ooh, what is this? Ooh, wee, wee, wee. And she's like, I'm like, what happened to our Jesse, our badass
Well, I
MMA
wasn't
hole
giggling
Jesse?
at it.
What?
I wasn't giggling at it.
You were giggling. You were quite giggling.
No, I wasn't. I was just watching them.
Why were
I
you
was
watching
actually
them?
telling you what they were doing
Why were you watching them, Jesse?
because it was on.
I'm gonna tell Karen Bryant that you were watching that.
I don't give a fuck about Karen Bryant.
All right. Anyway,
She can eat my vagina.
I think we're losing. I mean, you got the penguin socks on.
My mom gave me
The
these.
shit you're watching over there. Are we losing JBH? Be honest.
You're gonna make me want to fucking rip your head
Are
off.
we losing? Are you, Jesse? I need you to look them.
You better stop.
I need you to look them in the eyes and say, "I am still an asshole." Please, please, Jesse. You have to
I'm
look
enough
them
of an
in the
asshole
eyes.
to rip your head off.
Look them in the eyes, in their souls, right now,
I don't need to.
You
I
got
don't
the
need to
JBH
prove
can on.
myself to anybody.
and say,
for
"I am
shit.
still an asshole." I need to know,
No.
Jesse. You better do it.
Not proving. I don't need to prove myself.
I am not a sissy. All right. What else do we have in the news?
According to Bloody Elbow, Francis Ngannou, after UFC Beijing win, says, "I finally saw the light." He said, "I finally saw the light yesterday night at UFC Beijing by overcoming my darkness, which dragged me deep down to the bottom. My fans, my family, and all those people who trust and believe in me have got persecuted by haters and doubters, but they didn't give up and they kept supporting me, and that's where I found strength to overcome all this. I want to thank every single one of you who once trusted me and who kept supporting me, who stayed behind me and who didn't stumble. I'm grateful to have any of you, known and unknown, by my side in my life, since this is all my life. Thank you, China, and particularly Beijing, for welcoming us and for all the love and energy you guys put in. It was an honor for me to perform."
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Oh
Choo-choo,
my God!
motherfuckers.
It's John Gotti.
Listen, I made a living at sensing out rats. Forget about it. I know Usman is a rat. My grandson would knock that rat Usman out. Usman must be related to Sammy Gravano.
Oh my
The
God!
DNA of rats.
John Gotti coming in, giving a little bit on Usman. What do you think about that? Do you think Usman's a rat?
Sure.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. John Gotti. So Francis Ngannou gets the win. Francis Ngannou gets the win. It was a big one for him. Francis, tell us about that. Well, I went to the cage and I tried to do things the right way. I tried to knock. I'm back. Holy shit, Francis, you are back. That was a fantastic knockout. Some say it was too early. Oh, it wasn't too fast. It was good too. I think. Francis, we don't understand. We don't understand what you're saying there, Francis. Please speak English. All right. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. Francis Ngannou comes back, gets the win in a dramatic fashion. Francis Ngannou does it. Knockout over Curtis Blades. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Now the question is, what's next for Francis Ngannou? A lot of people are saying that Francis Ngannou might rematch Alistair Overeem. Alistair Overeem has made suggestions about that. But the word on the street is this, Jesse.
What?
Alistair Overeem might fight the Black Beast. I kind of rather see that. What do you say?
Cool.
What? You wouldn't want to see... Wait, hold on. So what would you rather see? Would you rather see a rematch of Francis Ngannou and Alistair Overeem? Or would you rather see Alistair Overeem and the Black Beast?
I'm biased. I like Francis Ngannou, but Alistair Overeem and the Black Beast is a good fight. So,
I would love to see the Reem versus the Beast. I would love to see that fight. Let's sign that one up. That's what I vote for. I mean, the way Overeem got knocked out by Ngannou, I think the rematch would be a lot more interesting. I think Alistair would be a lot more intelligent in the rematch. But for some reason, the Beast versus Overeem is something that just keeps on circling in my head. And as soon as I heard about it, I can't get it out of my head. So I like Beast versus Reem. Let's see what the chat would like.
Joey Savage says Overeem might die if Ngannou hits him like he did again. Fact says Ngannou versus Paige Van Zandt. Kelly Park Crippen says Kanoto74, you're an old ugly man laughing my ass off. Now you're role playing as a girl. Ha 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 ha. Jay Smooth says Reem is back on drugs. NH says Van Shipman, hello sweetie. Sean Hart, click click a cumin, click cluck. Brian Rogers says do Overeem versus Cyborg Nunez winner. Patty Brady, right? I'm away to fucking sleep. Later MMA holes and the assholes in the chat.
Later.
Sayed Saad says Ngannou versus Khabib, make it Dana. Tucker Baker says watch the shit out of either. Steve Johnson, he definitely is under the radar with at least one single exogenous compound. Second Sight says Pat Smith versus Scott Morris 2. Khabib Goat says Ngannou versus Kane. Reem versus Black Beast. Tucker Baker says y'all gonna shaft Stipe. Isaiah Moore, Curtis, look Dracula's bastard son. And he says, Chris, play Lick My Balls.
Lick my balls.
Isaiah Moore, Reem versus Puffers. Sean Hart says, later. Kelly Park Crippen says, Jeremiah White, it's not as hard as it used to be here. Jordan Alex Ngannou should fight TUIVASA versus JDS winner. J. Phil says, Tito tapped.
That is what the chat room says. Okay, what is the next story, JBH?
According to MMA Fighting, Tyron Woodley blasts Colby Covington and hopes to defend his title at UFC 233. Speaking on his Instagram over the weekend, a video courtesy of Skip to My MMA, Woodley said that he is hoping to headline UFC 233 in Anaheim, California, assuming his hand will allow. If not, he's planning on fighting in the first quarter of next year, wherever the UFC wants him to. He said, quote, my hand is doing well, healing up nicely. I'm cleared to fight at the top of the next year, so the UFC is trying to figure out when I'm fighting. We already know who I'm fighting, January, February, March, one of those months. I'm looking at January 26th real closely. It's kind of close, though, on my hand, so we'll see. If I can do it, you better believe it's done. If I can't do it, then we might see me fighting in Vegas on March 2nd or London. I kind of don't want to fight out of the country, but I'm not going to be trying to pick the location. As for his opponent, there's no question about who will be standing across the octagon from him when Woodley does make his return. Colby Covington was originally supposed to face Woodley at UFC 228 in a title unification bout, but a nasal surgery prevented him from accepting the bout. The UFC then stripped him of his interim title and gave the fight to Till. Now, with both men recovered from their surgeries, Woodley is ready to beat up his former training partner, who he clearly doesn't think much of.
Woodley or Colby Covington? Let me know in the chat. Just put Woodley or Colby. Woodley or Colby. With 5 minutes left in the show, we will do the save the show. So how this works is within that 5 minutes, your donation, your denomination is the amount more time that we go. We have 112 people watching this show with a lot more news. And if you extend the show, we'll keep the show going and flowing thanks to the person who saves the show. So get ready. The 5 minutes is going to start soon, but we have another story to get to. JBH, what else do we have?
Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva verbally agreed to a UFC 234 bout in Australia. A middleweight fight, according to MMA Fighting, between an icon and one of the division's future stars is heading to Australia. Former champion Anderson Silva and rising star Israel Adesanya have verbally agreed to face each other at UFC 234 in Melbourne. Adesanya, who is 15-0, a complete multiple-time kickboxing champion, is coming off a violent first-round finish over Derek Brunson at UFC 230 earlier this month. This victory not only kept the New Zealand native's perfect record intact, but marked his 13th victory by KO/TKO. Prior to that performance, Adesanya picked up wins over Brad Tavares, Marvin Vettori, and Rob Wilkinson. To date, the last stylebender has earned a Performance of the Night bonus in 3 of his 4 wins under the UFC banner. Silva is 34-8. with 1 no contest.
We spoke about this a little bit earlier, and yeah, I'm seeing Adesanya all day. My heart would like Anderson Silva to show this boy how it works over here when you fight the GOAT. But unfortunately, this is an Adesanya. This is a Anderson Silva of new and not of old. And I think Anderson Silva's in deep shit in this fight. Well, who do you pick in this fight? I mean, I know who you're strong with. Yeah. So let me know in the chat. Does Anderson Silva have a chance against Adesanya? I don't think it's very good. I really don't. But who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? Okay, let's see. What else do we have in the news? Welcome back. All thumbs down. I see all thumbs down in the chat. Holy shit. Remember that guy?
I do remember that guy.
Where have you been? All thumbs down. And welcome back to the stream. All right. What else do we have here in the news? Sounds like a fart, right?
All right. According to MMAnews.com, Chuck Liddell is not ready to address his retirement following his loss to Tito Ortiz.
Retire, please.
At 48 years of age, Chuck Liddell staged a comeback on Saturday night, but the result was probably worse than anything he could have imagined as he suffered a first-round knockout to Tito Ortiz. In the lead-up to the fight, Liddell was constantly questioned about his motivation to return, as well as his health after 8 years away from competition and retirement in 2010 that ended after several brutal knockouts. Immediately after the event ended, Liddell still wasn't ready to address his immediate future while seemingly leaving the door open on another possible fight. He said, quote, "I don't want to think about that right now. I'm not in this right state of mind to talk about whether or not I'm done or not. I felt good out there and I had fun, so we'll see." Liddell would turn 49 in December, and following his performance on Saturday night, most believe that he probably shouldn't have returned in the first place, much less contemplate taking another fight. Still, Liddell was insistent that the entire process of getting back into shape and preparing for the fight was a great experience for him. Liddell did say there might be an option for him to coach younger fighters and work with up-and-coming athletes so he could stay in training camp but not specifically get ready to fight. That said, Liddell isn't ready to close the door on anything, especially just minutes after suffering the knockout loss to Ortiz.
Yeah, coach the fighters, coach the youngsters, right? You're still a legend of the sport. Do not become BJ Penn. In fact, this could be way worse than BJ Penn. At least BJ Penn could walk to the cage. Chuck Liddell. If you look at BJ Penn, right? A lot of people know BJ of new, and they're like, they don't know the legendary BJ Penn, right? And they just remember him because of what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell, I mean, he's been gone for 10 years, comes back, looks awful. Just go away. You know, I mean, he should release a statement like, you know what? I would just play the old card. That's what I do. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck, I felt like shit. I would just make a million excuses. I'd be like, man, I was an old man. Tito, you beat an old guy. You couldn't do it in my prime. That's what I would say. You know, after I regain my wits, I'm like, Tito Ortiz, you were fucking doing the grave digger at an old man that couldn't even make it into the cage. You pathetic piece of shit. You big fucking fat-headed Thanksgiving Day parade float-looking motherfucker. Totem pole looking human being. You porn star fucking piece of shit. You want to add anything to that, Jesse?
No, I think you summed it up very well.
What does the chat say?
Ben Chipman says, "Big Dummy, will you schedule a play date with me at Chuck E. Cheese?" Jay Smith says, "Kelly, too late. I can't be silenced or censored." Ha ha ha, says Duke Chronic. Vito Garcia says, "LOL, he did the Gravedigger celebration for the fans." JBH eats Chris Cyborg's clit, says Celtic J. Flushavello says he got poop in his beard. Sean Hart says Moss mentality is right on Tito. Law of Attraction, who promoted Chuck Tito fight? Adult diapers. Syed says Chuck needs the money though. Kelsey Monroe says Christopher Shelton. Pez dispenser looking goon, says Kainoto74.
Yeah, if Tito would have knocked out Chuck, got on his knees, gave him his respect, you know?
Yeah.
And been like, this is a legend. I got my redemption. You know what? We've seen you do the gravedigger thing over and over again. I know that's his thing. But if he got on his knees and gave his redemption, like it was just like this, gave his respect instead of celebrating like a lunatic over what just happened. He said he clearly knew that he was slow in the cage and he knew he was going to beat this guy. Yeah. You know, as soon as they started dancing around there, he realized that this is not the same Chuck that he fought 2 times before. And then to do all that bullshit, he's pushing people out of the way to do his gravedigger shit. The guy's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. All right. Anyway.
All right.
Do you think I like Tito? I mean, he's getting on my nerves. Like it's getting annoying now. It really is getting. And then I was sitting there fuming watching the post-fight press conference. He's just all like, "I'm such a good man now. I'm such a good. There's my baby, and he's got a girl it's like our age difference, right?
Yeah.
Over there with the stilettos on.
A 19-year difference?
Yeah, it's probably more than 19 years.
I don't know if there's a 19-year difference on them.
There is a big difference.
How old is Tito Ortiz?
Well, Tito's 43. And this girl, actually, what is the age difference? I'm curious.
I'll look for you.
Hopefully it's 19 years. Like this, like a goddamn celebrity. Look at this. Still got it going. Anyway, Tito Ortiz is like, oh, I love you. Look at this young fucking sports car in a dress. Look at her. Look at her. She saved my life. Of course she saved your life because she's sucking the skin off your dick. Your Mexican dick. You're not even fully Mexican, for God's sakes. You're not even full cholo. You got Irish in you, Tito. The fuck?
Kristen Ortiz is her name?
I don't know. They're not married. I think they're dating or something. Are they married? See if you can pull her up. Jesse's she's on the hunt. Anyway, we're gonna start the clock over here, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to save the show. Thank you, One Bed, donating towards our diapers. But we need a solid donation here. A big, hefty donation. Because whatever the denomination is, we go on that much longer. If someone drops it $100, we go on for 100 fucking minutes. We don't care. $60, 60 minutes. $50, 50 minutes. $20, 20 minutes. $1, 1 minute. Now it's your time to save the show. A lot of stories left, Jesse.
Yes.
As Jesse looks up the age difference. Now it's your chance to be a goddamn hero, to be a celebrity, to get more MMA holes, to save the show for 112 people watching. All right, what's going on in the chat, Jesse?
Kelly says, Canada 74, I could date the ugliest, fattest woman and she would still be better than you. Two Joint says, 1 hour for a nickel. Van Shipman says, Tito needs to sell oranges on the median. He's got enough Mexican in him to do that. Maybe he could pull it off.
You think he does?
Maybe.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Dana White.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
There is no need to use melatonin or NyQuil to Friday. I'll just tune into the Usman fight and pass out in seconds. That rat knows how to put the fans and his own boss to sleep. That's why I bury him on shit cards. Save the show, ya cheap limp D Mick.
There we go. Real adds another 2 more minutes.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Real. We go 2 more swole, sexy minutes. Jesse, what else do we have in the news?
All right. According to MMAnews.com, Joe Rogan wonders if Floyd Mayweather is being lured into a trap in Japan.
Wait, not this Joe Rogan. Which Joe Rogan are we looking for? Hold on. Let's find him. There's a lot of Joe Rogan over here. Wait, which is the story?
Scroll up.
I keep... All right. We need to get on, it's like a mystery.
Go up. No. There you
Did
go.
Joe Rogan, where?
Top one.
Top. Oh, here we go. Floyd. Okay.
Ta-da.
There he is. Joe Rogan looks extra black in this picture. Oh, Floyd Mayweather. Whoops. No?
Wonderful.
UFC color commentator Joe Rogan.
Color commentator? How racist are you, Jesse? OJ. Oh, my God. The juice.
Remember when the black guy went out like AG in Starship Troopers? Held off the bugs in the cave while the white people got out. Saved the show.
I remember that. I actually do remember. Did you ever see Starship Troopers, Jesse?
No.
Now, listen.
I don't watch anything. I literally have just heard of movies because of you.
Oh, man, I got a story for you. O.J. Simpson dropped in $4.99. So we're going to add 5 minutes plus the 10 minutes. Fuck it. Anything that comes in with the Save the Show. We're going to do 7 more minutes, Jesse. Feeling frisky tonight. So what Jesse got to see last night was a double dip. 2 movies she's never seen before. We had an Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Double feature.
We watched
What did we watch, Jesse?
Predator and we watched Total Recall. I've never seen either, but they were good movies. I liked
Predator
them. I
and
enjoyed
Total,
them.
not the fucking remake of Total Recall and not the other bullshit Predator movies. The original Predator from 1987, I think. Oh, I almost threw up on myself. I think it was 1987. And Total Recall was 1990. I didn't realize how old those movies were, but yes, they are old-ass movies. And Jesse got to watch those.
They're good. I liked them.
They were both made before your time.
Yeah.
But what did you think? Do they hold up?
I was impressed. I was very impressed. In fact, I think the concept of like the whole storyline for both movies is better than some of the movies that are coming out now.
Good stuff, right?
It's really good. I like.
What did you think? I see in the chat they say 3 tits. What did you think
that
about
was
the 3
funny.
tits?
Did you see he saw my face when she first opened up her shirt, and I was like,
Yeah. Now here's the real question, Jesse. Which movie was better? Predator
they're both
or
so
Total
good.
Recall? Now I'm going to put the camera on you. In the chat, you guess. Predator or Total Recall? All right.
As far as like mind-boggling, like what kept your mind like holy fuck, Total Recall. But as far as like the story as a whole and the production of it, Predator.
All right. So you like Predator better as a whole?
Can you give us your best
Valley Girl dance?
accent?
Well,
Like, oh my God.
Ariel Helwani.
My God. My God.
Let's go.
My God.
Really?
Look at that foot.
Ariel Helwani slapping them asses. Play those bongos, Jesse. Slap them asses. Oh my God. Ariel Helwani with the real donation.
The fact of the matter is blacks on average have lower IQs. And no one wants to live in a black neighborhood. Save the show. Might as well save the show because the black community has no hope at saving. By the way, Michael Francis is a rat.
All right. I don't know if I back that donation, but thank you. We're going to go 14 more minutes. I'm going to do it.
All right.
Within the Save the Show time, we're going to honor it. So the time is up. We're going 14 more minutes. Thank you so much to the donations tonight. Very generous over there. And not sure, Jesse, do you want to comment on that particular donation?
Thank you.
Oh, super.
Oh, the juice is back. The juice is loose.
Do you know I almost played the Terminator? Seriously.
I haven't even seen that one yet.
Is that a true story? Like, I don't know.
Terminator.
Did they? Maybe the juice was going to be casted as the Terminator.
You want to
before
watch the Terminator tonight?
Well, maybe in real life.
I only know the
Oh, you didn't see
Terminator,
Terminator.
because of the line. Terminator.
Now, okay. This is my
I
opinion.
am the Terminator.
Usually, it's fantastic. Usually the first movie is the best, but Terminator 2 to me is GOAT. Terminator 2 is great.
Well, let's watch them tonight.
You want to watch 1 and 2?
Yeah, we watched Total
It's a
Recall
great
and
woman right
Predator
here.
last night.
It's a great woman. This is why I fucked this girl. Because she sits there and watches Schwarzenegger movies with me, right? Actually, you got to watch Pumping Iron. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, we
It's
said
like
we were gonna watch
sex.
that yesterday.
This is like coming and coming. I'm a sucker for a Schwarzenegger movie. He's a fantastic actor. Fantastic actor. All right.
Stream it.
Yeah. All right.
We'll do a live reaction to Terminator.
Shout out to the motherfuckers saving the show tonight. It's a fantastic Monday. Thank you for the donations. Let's go through the rest of the stories over here. So real quick, we're going to fly through the stories and talk to the chat. Floyd Mayweather. Okay, so Joe Rogan says it's a trap. It's a trap. Why is it a trap, Jesse?
All right. He questions whether or not Floyd Mayweather is being led astray. Mayweather is scheduled to take on Tenshin Nasukawa in an exhibition bout. The match is set to take place on the Ryzen 14 card inside the Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan on December 31st. Kicking will not be allowed in this bout. Joe Rogan mentions possibility of sly business tactics. During a recent Fight Companion edition of Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan said that there's a possibility that Mayweather could end up signing a contract he didn't initially agree to. He said, quote, apparently they've agreed to it, an exhibition boxing match. They're probably going to wear big gloves, no kicks, unless the Japanese are like, okay, so we agree, kicking 2, go. They'll rush you through some contract negotiations. The Japanese, they do a different kind of business. They're very clever over there, unquote. Mayweather was last seen in action back in August 2017. Money took on Conor McGregor in his 50th professional boxing match. Mayweather won the bout via 10th round TKO. Mayweather announced his plans to have a rematch with Manny Pacquiao, but said he needed at least one tune-up fight. Nasukawa is coming off a first-round TKO victory over Taiki Naito in a rematch. The bout took place in the Rise 129 card. This was a kickboxing match. Nasukawa is 28-0 as a kickboxer and 4-0 as a professional mixed martial artist. Nasukawa has only gone the distance 7 times as a kickboxer and once as an MMA fighter. Do you think Floyd Mayweather is walking into a trap?
It could be, but knowing Floyd Mayweather, this guy, He puts all the pieces in place for a comfy, cozy experience at this level of the game. So no, I'm going to go with no. Let me know what you think in the chat. I think he's just fine. He will make sure that everything is in his favor. All right. How many more stories do we have here? Let's fly through it. We have 10 more minutes in showtime. When the stream is done, I would love to know what is your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Let me know in the comment section when this thing is done. I see someone says Commando. And yeah, Commando was a good one too. Man, there's so many great Arnold movies. They're all fantastic. Fantastic. All right, let's see what else do we have in the news, JBH.
Super chat.
Uh-oh, one bear with the diaper fund.
Eagles taxed those Giants as Super Bowl 52 champs.
It's all right. Anyway, fuck the Eagles. All right, here we go. 14 over here.
Thanks. You're almost there, One Bad.
I got a question for One Bad,
11
though.
more dollars.
Did One Bad come over from the MMA holes? Did you come over?
I don't think so.
No, he might be one of the Eagles because there was a couple of Eagles fans that came over from the Giants reaction stream. So let me know, One Bad, if you're from there or if you're like Chatterbait or whatever. I don't know who the fuck you are, but thank you very much. Very close, Jesse. How much is the diaper fund supposed to be?
$25.
$25. So
for one package of Pampers Swaddlers.
We were getting close to them fucking diapers. All right. What else do we have in the news, JBH?
According to MMAnews.com, Dana White addresses Khabib.
Before you get going, hold on.
What?
Mega Cocktron has dropped a super chat, and he's
We
probably
just waited for it to come in.
He's one of my most favorite.
Super
Look at the picture.
chat.
It's Mega Cocktron.
All of you bow to my giant metal DOCKKOCK humans.
Doc knock.
It's Mega Cocktron. The picture's the best. Oh man, thank you, Mega Cocktron. I needed that. I definitely needed that. All right, now you can start your story, Jesse.
All right.
Make sure you like this video too.
Dana White addresses Khabib Nurmagomedov's next opponent, no decision made until after December. Khabib Nurmagomedov has a lot of options available for his next fight after defeating McGregor at UFC 229 in October. UFC President Dana White looked at Nurmagomedov's fourth-round submission over the Irish superstar as potentially the performance of the year in 2018, and it opened up a lot of possibilities for his next fight. White says that a rematch between Nurmagomedov and McGregor could happen, but there are still a couple of other options available as well. He said, quote, "I think you'd have to look at the Conor McGregor-Khabib fight when..."
Super chat.
One bit coming back in.
This channel was in my random suggestion feed.
All right.
Oh, that's nice.
So there you go. Random suggestion. You know, a lot of people found us randomly. All right, so One Bad is at 16 now, getting closer to that diaper fund, Jesse. $9 away.
$9 away, One Bad. Help us get those Pampers Swaddlers.
Now, here's the question. With 7 seconds on the clock, 7:50 left on the clock, do you think One Bad pulls the trigger and gets all the diapers for the MMA holes? What do you think?
Well, he'll get us one box of diapers. It won't last long, though.
No, but hey, he did promise that, and he's a man. He'll be a man of his word.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff here. All right, more importantly, Jesse, I know you're reading this story, but what does Mega Cocktron think about this, you know?
I'm assuming Mega Cocktron put in a donation about this.
No, but what do you think Mega Cocktron thinks about Dana White addressing the Khabib thing?
You tell me.
Does he think that, you know, who is he going to fight? After Conor McGregor puts that tweet out, anything's possible.
You must have seen a Mega Cocktron donation.
Well, I mean, Mega Cocktron is here. And I can only imagine what he thinks about this, Jesse. All right, so let's go with the story. What else do we have in this story?
All right. It broke records. Incredible fight. Khabib wins, which sets up possible fights with Tony Ferguson and Dustin Poirier and Conor rematch. Like I said, in every division, I could crack out 2 or 3 different things that are fun and exciting for either the end of this year or next year. There's no doubt that Nurmagomedov-McGregor rematch would be the most lucrative fight the UFC could promote, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Nurmagomedov hasn't seemed all that interested in facing the former 2-division champ for a second time after such a dominant performance in their first fight. McGregor has also said, as much as he wants the rematch, he's more than willing to face another opponent that will earn him a second shot at the undefeated Russian. For his part, White says he's not ready to play matchmaker with either fighter right now because they've got bigger problems to deal with in December.
All right. Interesting stuff. Jesse, what else do we have in the news? Uh-oh. I see something creeping up the chat right now. This is a beautiful thing. Mega Cocktron. He's back.
Super chat.
He's back. He's back.
SHUTUP human. Before I beat you with my giant robot jock.
Whoa. Jesus.
Shut up, human.
He doesn't even want to answer the question. He's just telling me to shut up.
Yeah.
That was rude, Mega Cocktron. I thought we were cool. I thought we were boys. All right.
All right.
Let's squeeze one last story, or maybe 2 more, with 5 minutes left What else? All right. So last story.
Oh, Alistair Overeem versus Derek Lewis is a possibility. Go back to that one.
Oh, we did
That's
speak
the
about
more
that briefly.
important one.
Yeah, we spoke about it briefly. So, all right. So, real quick, Derek Lewis. Oh, here we go.
Alistair Overeem posted on Twitter, "I'm hearing you guys want to see technician versus a brawler. What do you say, hot balls?"
I think this is a no-brainer. Some people say rematch Ngannou. I say no. There are certain fights that just work immediately, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
This is one of them. Alistair Overeem with his redemption fight, right? He's on a 2-fight skid. Doesn't look very good for Alistair. Boom, comes back, gets a very impressive win off that youngster over there. And then you have Derek Lewis riding the hype train, getting derailed by Daniel Cormier. We meet. I don't know what this is. It's like a
It's
Jacare.
like the last Stylebender thing.
I don't know what I was doing. I was doing fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. I don't know. Anyway, I like this fight a lot. I really do. I really, really like this fight a lot. You have a guy whose chin is suspect, and then you have Derek Lewis with the heavy hands. But Alistair Overeem sometimes has that high fight IQ and can find ways to win fights with knockout power.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this fight. Let me know in the chat what you think. As we have one bet.
the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I am not donating anymore toward the diaper fund. Y'all are playing me. There is a good chance y'all will have an abortion because y'all are liberal snowflakes. Of course Democrats would use a baby to make money then abort. Be ashamed. Trump 2020.
Thank you.
MAGA.
All right, there goes to the diaper fund.
All right,
$2
so
more.
That wasn't really one bet, but since it's not, it doesn't. We'll give it to him.
But since it's one bad's name,
yeah, we'll add
we
that.
should put it to the diaper.
We didn't add the last one, but in fairness, we'll add that one on. So there you go. Fake one bad. Has
See,
donated.
one bad would actually donate to the diaper fund.
That goes to the diaper fund. All right, so there we go. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, Jesse, will we be able to buy those diapers? It's such a dramatic show tonight.
We have $7 more before we can get diapers.
I'm looking at you. I'm like you're gonna say something amazing right now, and then you're doing the math on how much more money we need for the diapers. I thought something amazing was about to come out of your mouth. I was like, wow, there's something really epic gonna come out. She's like, we have like $7 more.
Why do you make me sound like that?
What?
You make me sound like a fucking
girl?
ditz.
You are a female.
I'm not a ditz, though.
No, you're very intelligent. High IQ. Like Real says. Very, very high IQ. Okay. So, Real saying that was him. I don't...
One bad.
Yeah, I mean, one bad to say that's him. I don't
think it was him.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
That could be real again, saying that was me.
Super
Diaper fund.
Yeah, we don't know who anyone is.
That was me, by the way.
Right, there we go. Put it to the fund. Put it to the fund immediately. We have 2 more minutes and 30 seconds left. $20 in the one bed diaper fund.
$5 more and we can get Pampers Swaddlers.
All right, so here's the deal. We're going to be live on Wednesday night for our extravaganza show. A lot of stuff to talk about. We will be opening up the phone lines on Wednesday night. You may see us in bed together soon for our Pillow Talk series. That might come back. Also, we have a second channel, not the MMA Holes. JBH's channel is in the description. What are you doing?
In bed together.
Yeah. All right, real.
Save show Dom Montaleo. Mike Francis are rats.
All right. Thank you. No more saving the show. Stop it. All right. But thank you for the donations. Appreciate it. And check out our podcast, okay? On iTunes and Podbean. We have a free audio version of the shows. If you listen to us in the gym or in the car or stuff like that, go check us out over there. If we are getting surprisingly good downloads on those podcasts over there, but we have a year to do it. We're doing a year test run. If people aren't listening to the podcast, we're going to stop it because I don't like to work. Minimum work. We might put our focuses in other directions other than the audio version. So if you do like audio podcasts, go check it out. It's completely free. Go give us a follow. The MMA Holes on Podbean or iTunes. Also, we have a big phone call on Thursday. We're not going to say what it is. Potential sponsor, potential new direction for the MMA Holes. So stay tuned for that. Some interesting news coming up. All right, Jesse, with 1 minute left on the clock, let's read those comments over there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Michael Chapman says, I'm jacking off with sandpaper and lemon juice. Kevin Park Crippen says TKO'd or KO'd. Paul Hart says watch T2 last night. Not for the first. I'm old. David Galan says since Ngannou found himself, put him against the Black Beast again. Just stop, bro. Go moisturize your ashy skin, says Kanoto74. Kelly Park Crippen says the Ream beats Lewis 100. Drunk Savage says big dummy, smiley face. Big dummy says Van Shipman, I wish I knew. I really, really wish I knew. Sad face. Real is tagging himself on Twitter. Isaiah Moore says, can I pass away now? No. Kanoto74 says, you just compared Alistair with DC. LOL. Oh man, go away.
It looks like a lot of hostility in the chat. I kind of like that.
Chat.
And Mega Cocktron coming back.
Pathetic humans. Take your $2 for pile of poo devices.
Thank you. Diaper fund. Mega Cock is donated to diaper fund.
Should we put? No, but
he said
not,
pile of poop devices.
It's all right. Fine.
It's
fine.
going toward the diaper fund.
All right. Fine. You know, every once in a while, you got to give in. It's a Mega Cocktron. All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday, maybe tomorrow in bed. Hit us with the ones if you want to see that. When the stream stops, the comments section opens up, and let us know what is your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Jesse?
Yeah.
Say those magical words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.